Okay, so I feel like I'm really like behind on this one. My eyelashes have been weird. Anyway, I feel like I'm really behind on this video. Like, I promised I would do it and then I didn't do it. I did like all the price cost stuff, but I didn't like do a video on it. So the final cost for our New Zealand camper van, I have it here, I promise. So the final cost of our New Zealand camper van was cheaper than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. It wasn't as expensive as I thought, because once we converted it from New Zealand dollars to USD, it was a little cheaper. So I have here, I'm gonna put it like a little overlay. I have the actual final receipt, so you can see all the things that they charged us for. And I'm trying to find, I have it, I swear I do. Here it is. I'm trying to find it so I can read it. So the actual 14 days of the camper van was $1,679.60. This is all New Zealand dollars. We paid an extra $355 for the refueling pack. So we only spent like 50 bucks on gas the whole time we had it. That was USD, right? $50 USD. We only spent about $50 USD, but we spent 355 New Zealand, so that we wouldn't have to refill the gas, the little thing of gas that did our stove and our water heater. There was like some kind of blue something that they said we would have had to refill. We didn't have to refill that. We didn't have to, and we brought it back like empty, and like they just filled it. We also paid 140 New Zealand for the drop and go pack. That means that we basically like folded up the linens, and that's about it. Like we didn't even take the trash out. Like they took care of everything. They emptied the toilet, the water, they cleaned it. It was like an hour inside and an hour outside. I don't know. They said we returned it really clean. So we also paid $56 to have an extra driver so that Justin could be a driver. We paid, let's see, what was the next one? $69 for the 3 camping chairs. They did have a camper table included, but not chairs. And then we had 1, 2, 3 credit card fees. I'm not really sure why. And then the very end where it says road user charge recovery fee. So basically what that is the 1,115 is how many kilometers we drove. And then it was like a diesel tax or something that they said New Zealand charges you. So I don't really, if you look at the 2/7/26, that means the 2nd of July 2026, and it has a refund of $378.79. That's because we originally paid that much, $378.79 New Zealand, because we were going to we're going to drop it off at a different place than we picked it up at. So there was like a one-way fee, and then there was like a drop off at a different location fee. So there was like 2 fees for that. We got those back because they canceled all the ferries and we couldn't go across the ferry. So it was like, it wasn't our fault. So we brought it back to Auckland rather than to Queenstown. So they gave us that money back. We did save over $500. It was like $550 New Zealand, something like that, to take the ferry, to take this thing on the ferry. So we saved that from not doing that. And then if you look at this one, I have a different little overlay. So this one is, it was $2,464.63 New Zealand that we paid to the camper van company, but that's only $1,400 USD. So it was a lot cheaper than I thought. We spent $50 in gas, and then of the nights that we had it, we only spent 6 nights at paid sites. So luckily we got to spend a little bit of time with family, and we didn't have to pay to do that. And then we also had some free campsites that we stayed at. No, it was 7 nights. I feel like that's low though. Did we really spend 7 nights?
Yeah, it was 7.
It was 7 nights that we didn't pay for?
There were 7 nights that we did.
But we had it for 14. No, we turned it in early.
Yeah.
That's right. We turned it in early because we were like done. So of those 7 nights, we paid $512 New Zealand. And so that was only $292 American. So at the very end, it was only $1,748.70 USD for 2 weeks. So it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. It's actually cheaper than our Airbnb in Australia. Our Airbnb that we're staying at is like $2,500, and the furniture sucks. Like, I'm glad we're not cramped in the little camper van anymore, but like, the couch was kind of more comfortable in the camper van than it is in our Airbnb.
That's true.
Yeah, he's like, that's real. So the first night in our Airbnb here in Australia, I honestly thought they accidentally put 2 box springs together instead of a box spring and a mattress. Like, that's how bad the mattress was. We're bad parents. We switched out mattresses with Moselle because she's 12 and her 12-year-old body can handle that better than our 40-something-year-old body can. I actually spent over $50 just buying a mattress pad for that stupid bed, and like full understanding that it's just gonna stay here and not come with us. That's how bad it is. It's bad. But anyway, so only $1,748.70 USD overall, but that's of course not including food, but that does include gas, the drop-off, fuel drop-off one, the clean drop-off one, the camper chairs, the extra driver. It was if you drop it off at the same place though. So if you want to drop it off at a different place, it would be extra. It'd be about 400, almost 400 New Zealand, which is about 200 USD, ish. That's very ishy. So not as bad as I thought. I was like, when I figured out that the money wasn't as bad as I thought, I was a little better. Still not. Just no. I still wouldn't do it. But that's just us. We've discovered we are not camper van people. Like, maybe you're camper van people. So if you do want to discover if you are camper van people or not, Apollo, I think that's what we went with, was Apollo Maui, or I don't know. Well, the website said Apollo. I don't know. And then if you go to New Zealand Travel Tips, they have a Facebook page and they have other stuff. And then like if you join their Facebook page, you can get discounts. So I did have a discount through them. So I think I got like 10% off or something through them. So that was, and it's free. Like you just join their Facebook group and they give you free discount codes. So I mean, there's no reason not to. If you plan on traveling to New Zealand, I would definitely join their little Facebook group, and they have no idea who I am. None of this is sponsored. The camper van people do not want to sponsor me because I am horribly against the camper vans. But if you do want to go, they were a great company. Like, to be honest, like I got stuck in the mud and they answered immediately and they were helping us. At one point we had this weird like message, like the heater wouldn't turn on and we were like, what is happening? Like, why is the heater not working? It's cold outside. And they literally sat on the phone with us and walked us through it. And it turns out if the gas is below half a tank, your heater won't work because it comes off of it comes out of your gas tank, not the little, like, the gas tank that you use to drive the diesel fuel, not the little gas tank that does like the stove. So she like helped us figure that out, and they give you a little electric heater, so it's not a big deal. So we just stopped using that one because we were like, we're not gonna fill it up with gas because we paid for the gas refuel pack. They were an amazing company. Like, I'll put the website in the thingy. If you do want to see if you are camper van people and you feel confident enough in your marriage that you want to test it and see if it will survive, by all means, like, please, they are a great company to use. And again, not sponsored because I am not pro camper van. But just so I'm not like I'm saying that because like I feel like I have to say these things, but like nobody's giving me money to do this. I like nobody's watching these. Nobody wants to give me money to make these videos.
Somebody
I'm
wants to
doing
travel the world.
yeah I'm doing it because I don't know why I'm doing it. Like Justin said, if somebody wants to give us money to travel, like by all means, let me know, and I'll see if we can, if we agree with you. I mean, maybe Apollo does want to sponsor us because we're honest. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, so not as bad as I thought. Yeah, not as bad as I thought. That how's that? Like that's just I honestly thought it was a lot more money. I thought it was in the $3,000 range, and it wasn't. So, if you do want to do it, it totally great company to go with. We saw a lot of them all over when we were driving. We saw a lot of other camper vans that had the same company. So, yeah, I mean they were great. Like the vehicle ran great. There was nothing. I mean, the kitchen was better stocked than my Airbnb is. They, you know, like they had everything you needed for the kitchen. Yeah, it was just if you are camper van people and that's what you want to do, then yeah, I would totally go with them. And not as expensive as I thought. So anyway, Kia. Oh my gosh, I already left. I left New Zealand, so I forgot what it is. Kia ora, beautiful people. And like I said, we're in Sydney. We'll be here for about another week. We've been pretty much laying low. Haven't been doing much. Not much to report. But we did sit down and figure out. So we've got a month in Bali coming up, and then a couple weeks in Seoul, and then a couple weeks in Vietnam. And I think in the end we ended up with like 3 weeks in Thailand.
Yeah.
And like a month in India. So I hope we like India because we're gonna be there for a month. But anyway, like yeah, like I know this is kind of like a time right now because we're just laying low. But it is gonna get exciting again. Well, I think it's gonna be exciting. Anyway, kia ora, beautiful people, and I'll see you next time.